Morning, replayers. It's another beautiful morning. How are you guys? Reach out to me on Twitter, please. Hashtag FX Prime. Hashtag PipKillers. What's up? What's up? Scope Doggy Dog. I like that handle, man. Crown, welcome to the room. How are you guys? What's up, Real Liu King? Alright guys, so last night we had talked about the Fed. Jose, what's up, man? Last night we talked about the Fed, we talked about the volatility created by the Fed, and we left off late last night around 10 p.m.ish saying that we were going to get a nice little pop higher in the Euro USD. That did in fact occur. And then Prime went short at 1330, and that is the current play that we are in. We caught this awesome move yesterday. This is the 4-hour chart right here. This candle was off the charts on the daily. So this candle right here, we caught 100 pips on the way up. Then we got another pop early this morning. 4-hour chart showing that a short has been initiated by the system. This is going to be choppy though, this short right here. I expect it to come up again. Another 20 to 30 pips and then start falling over. Alright? So if you guys are following along in the positions, we would wait until we have a little bit retracement upward before we take a short position. Although Prime makes the decisions based upon when we first hit that 1330 level. Okay, now what I want to show you guys, Danny Styles, guys, welcome to the room. Appreciate you coming into the room. If we go out to the daily chart, we got something to look at in terms of charting. Yeah, exploded. Check this out, guys. Hold on. Let me go longitude here. We got a triple top lining up here. Look at that. Look at that sweet triple top for all you chartist enthusiasts out there. Who says price levels don't hold true? We got a nice triple top lining up here, guys. That means that there's a lot of overhead resistance here. We got a lot of resistance at this price level, about 1330, 1325, and if we go to the top of the wick for most of these candles, it's exactly 1335. Okay? So, how do we play this? All right? We're going to wait and see if on the lower time frames and on a few tick charts, if we get another move back up to 1335, at which point we will pay attention to see if the system fires off short. If you do not have a system, obviously your system would be the coin flip, and we would be placing risk reward based on that coin flip with a stop on the upside, and we would let that guy run if it rolls over. Okay? So again, we go back to risk reward. If you're not trading a system, an algorithm per se, you can still play the triple top by doing the little coin flip. Make sure that your risk is definitely defined on the upside, and we are looking for this to roll over as soon as Prime does in fact say that once we come back up here, it's ready to fire off a short. It's already fired off a short at that 1330 level. 1335 is where we have that triple top coming into play. So, a little bit of chartism this morning for you guys that are tracking. Prime went short at 1330. We are currently at 1312. This level right here is 1312. And so that is where we're at. Hope you guys are having a glorious, wonderful morning. As I said, the trend has been for the past few months. Bojan, what's up? Trend has been for the past few months when the Fed announces or says anything, they create the initial volatility. That creates a spike, a disturbance that is caused by whatever policy changes or wording they make, and thereafter we have a dip in volatility, which is basically supply and demand taking over the price action again, and it ends up being a very slow reduction in price that comes somewhere back to the price level, at least 50% retracement if you're going based on fibs, to where the original whatever their announcement was, whatever that price level was, we usually make at least a 50% fib retracement off that high. I'll say that again, Jose. I was talking about selling yesterday because what? Yesterday we fired off. Yes. We're running into that overhead resistance, and yesterday Prime took a short position, but I told you it's going to go back up on the 4-hour chart, and that actually did occur. And then we took another short position. So basically the system, it will take a short, and then it will go long again if there's another spike up, and then take another short. When we hit these levels of resistance, there tends to be a lot of chop, okay? Because traders are trying to decide exactly where that resistance is, and there's usually 2 or 3 points where you can take a short position. All right, so when you hit that resistance, there's a few chops that usually occur, and large institutions are going to take multiple short positions at those highs, all right, at those resistance levels. So what ends up happening is even if it goes a little bit higher, it averages out, and they end up with a nice position for the short to roll over. However, that has to be done mathematically, because obviously you still need defined risk on the upside, because resistance levels can burst through. There can be a burst through that resistance level. But, you know, right now we're at 1317. We know there's defined risk on the way up. If we took the short at 1330 and we have resistance right at 1335, you know, even if we were to take 10 to 20 pips as our risk on the upside, we know that there's a lot more reward on the downside, because what ends up happening is the volatility that's created by the news announcement or by the discussion that the Fed had, that, as I said, is not indicative of supply and demand. What does the system predict right now? The system is short right now from 1330, and right now we're at 1317. So it's not a huge, and see, it's starting to pop back up. We're at 1319 right now. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of chop in this area, and basically what we're looking for is another ride upward, at which point we will be taking the short. Now, to track those small moves, those chops can only be tracked, so it won't pass the, well, 1335 is the level of resistance, and love you too. 1335 is the level of resistance, and if it goes through that, then there's chances that it's going to go much higher, because the amount of force that it takes. Benson, we're talking about the Euro USD right now. We are trading the Euro USD spot, or the Euro USD non-commission, and right now we are short from 1330. It's at 1320. But as I was saying, there tends to be a lot of force and buying power to pop through a triple top like that. So if it does pop through 1335, that's why you want that defined risk of 20 pips, because it's probably going to go much higher. As a matter of fact, a common strategy is if we do pop through a level of resistance like that, a lot of traders will hop on it immediately and force it to go much higher, because once you take out a level of resistance that has, especially on a daily chart, if you have a triple top on a daily chart, that's a really firm level of resistance. How much would it take to pop through that? No, we're talking much more than $1 billion, bud. So that's why I say, like, these are, when Fibonacci and resistance points and support points do tend to work very well in Forex, because those price actions have memories. Yeah, there's a lot of memory involved there. Every trader knows that 1335 level is the level of resistance going back a few months. And that's why on the daily charts, those resistance levels tend to stick, man. Because traders that are trading the markets every single day, they're very aware of those price levels. Yes, the system does take the price levels for support and resistance, and a couple of other support and resistance levels, pivots, into consideration. Good morning. Good morning. If you're coming into the room, proceed as if success is inevitable. Proceed. So much of trading is a mind game, is a mental game. As a matter of fact, that is where behavioral finance comes into play. And we have the topics of game theory and behavioral finance being two of the most new and I would say up-and-coming areas in the world of finance. And that has to do with the psychology of gaming and the psychology of betting. Right. Like I said last night, we discussed when you are in positions of stress, your brain can only respond by getting stronger and finding so-called mind hacks to deal with high levels of stress. You put money on the line, there's high levels of stress, okay? You're in life or death situations, there's high levels of stress. Your body reacts to that by releasing dopamine and serotonin and all these other brain chemicals that actually make you almost addicted to those high-risk situations, okay? And so that's another reason why some traders actually put themselves in positions that are not good because they're addicted to that feeling of anxiety. Vincent Paul, thank you for the invitation of followers. Appreciate that, guys. I don't charge anything for the commentary and for the signals that I'm giving out right now, so I appreciate the followers. That's a great way to pay back. All right. Jose, sounds good. Keep it consistent, man. We're at 13.19 right now, guys. So we were short from 13.30, and we have a nice level of resistance. There we go. Get this focused. We have a nice level of resistance at the 13.35 level, which is the top of the wick right there. That you can see that magenta wick at the top. That's at 13.35. All right. So guys, enjoy the day. Kick booty, and I'll probably hop online. Reach out to me if you guys have any questions. Reach out to me on social media. #FXPrime, #PipKillers. And I am on Snapchat, Periscope, Instagram, Twitter, and Blab. But I'm most active on Instagram and Periscope and Twitter. Okay, so those three are my main squeezes, so to speak. So let's get a little bit of hip hop. Let's get a little bit of hip hop up in here. Appreciate you guys hopping on. What's up? So that is our play going forward, guys. We've got our defined risk on the upside, and we've got Prime taking the short position at 13.30. If we do swing past that, then obviously we put that 20 pip stop into play. We may increase that to 30 pips. I'm going to allow the system to show me exactly what the point of shorting would be. But right now, we are short from 13.30. I'll talk to you later. If anything else changes, then I will hop on another scope.